I think that the believe all woman thing, that whole what is it, probably 10 year span now at this point,
At
Yep.
least 10.
really destroyed dating though.
Yeah.
Which I think.
I don't think so, man.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
I mean, there are things that are happening that is making dating very difficult, but it just don't seem hard to not be weird from my perspective. It's not a difficult thing to be weird. And I'm saying the majority of women, from my estimation, aren't out to get some nigga to catch a nigga in some kind of random situation. It does happen, but I think I think it's slightly overblown to where now, as men and women, I mean, when I'm out in the world, I don't have all these calculations in my head. I'm able to read the room. I understand signs. I communicate thoughts and ideas as well.
Yo, this part scared me right here. I said I gotta run this by the fellas. Not scared me. I just interested. I said let me show the fellas this right here, because this is fucking crazy. Like, just the stuff that we talk about. So I don't even know the context of this, but the caption says, a confrontation at a crowded Princess Polly store opening is exploding online after witnesses immediately challenge a woman's accusation against the man. The clip appears to show the woman moving through or cutting a packed line before getting into a physical confrontation with the man. So you guys see the arrow, right?
Yeah.
I saw it this morning.
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw that shit yesterday.
So y'all saw all five of y'all saw this?
No, I ain't seen it.
All right, so the arrow, see the guy with the black hat? There's a woman to his immediate right, not the one with the white. The woman to his immediate right. She's like in between. And so look at this shit.
No one see that. No. Are you joking?
So there's a couple things I want to analyze, right? Is it still that environment with the believe all woman me too? Or are we a bit past that, like when people are like, hold on, you know? But you just saw Michael Irvin, right? Was it last year? A year and a half ago? It was like he was talking to a lady in a restaurant. And then she's like, he did something to her. And this is out in the public, just having a conversation. And if you remember, he didn't cover, I think it was the Super Bowl. I think he lost, like being able to cover and etc. Do you think that landscape is still like she could get that off for real? But it sounded like a bunch of people, especially women, were like, what the no, he didn't do nothing to you. Is it past that landscape now, or you think this is a one-off? What you guys take on this?
I think Brick Lady killed that shit. That believe all women piece. I think that went out the door officially with Brick Lady. I hope anyway.
Okay. What you think, Cheek?
Yeah, I think we all got past that point. I think the Johnny Depp trial and then everything after that, we was just like, okay, no, whatever.
That's true. Johnny Depp too. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
And like she fucked up bothering Johnny Depp. It's like
Really,
Johnny
really.
Depp done everything, right? From Pirates of the Caribbean for people like Cheeky to Donnie Brasco for people like me, Edward Scissorhands for people like Shad. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good one. That was a good connection. I ain't gonna lie. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that movie actually.
because
That's a good movie.
it got so much in it, right?
Yeah.
The concept is way before its time.
Yeah.
know, right? Like, so it's like Johnny Depp. Like, what did Johnny Depp do? You know what I'm saying? And then he's a heartthrob, right, for women.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Damn.
And
What you
like
think?
Keanu Reeves, it's hard to believe he's not a good dude in real life. You know what I mean? He just seems like he's really a cool cat, like in real life, like Keanu Reeves.
You ever see he has that thing where he don't be hugging,
he don't even
no
touch
women, no
Mhm.
touching, none of that shit. You
Don't
know?
blame him.
You remember that time? Because like Shad, Cheek, Aaron, Well, maybe, but during that time, a lot of the conversation was around, hey, if you have a meeting with a woman, you can't close the door.
Yeah.
Like you always have to have somebody in the room with you and etc. Working in a corporate structure, So I was at Capital One around like 2017, 18 in the corporate office in McLean. So, it's just office, 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 and there was a lot of meetings around that shit. What you think, Shot? Are we a bit past that point now in terms of just that Me Too, believe all women thing?
Yeah, I think it's interesting that the title is talking about viral. I think it just even with cancel culture, what's actual, what actually happens in the world.
Mm.
I'm all for as a society us continuing to challenge our beliefs and kind of bring things to the forefront and kind of really do some analysis. So I think the believe all women. I understand the sentiment, but I do think it's good that we're trying our best to kind of make everybody honest. So I think we've moved past that just as a trope without any context. Believe I think we have moved past that.
Yeah. It's interesting, right? I think that the believe all woman thing, that whole, what is it, probably 10-year span now at this point,
At least 10.
really destroyed dating, though.
Yes.
Which I think.
I don't think so, man.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
I mean, there are things that are happening that is making dating very difficult, but it just don't seem hard to not be weird from my perspective. It's not a difficult thing to be weird. And I'm saying the majority of women, from my estimation, aren't out to get some nigga to catch a nigga in some kind of random situation. It does happen, but I think it's slightly overblown to where now as men and women, I mean, when I'm out in the world, I don't have all these calculations in my head. I'm able to read the room. I understand signs. I communicate thoughts and ideas as well. So it just destroy dating.
Weird though.
You think I?
Yeah.
Who's weird? So are only the niggas weird and none of the hoes weird, or what? Are we
Well, I'm talking about in reference to what he's saying. There's weird people on both sides of the aisle for sure. I'm just saying when a conversation was had, it was more about what men have to kind of change in order to navigate dating. And I'm just saying for a man, it's not hard not to be weird.
It affected younger people for sure, right? Shad is from the age where they got some shit off. They was able to get
it affected dating overall because it wasn't just dating. So it was the whole dynamic and dichotomy between men and women. So remember, the
stupid niggas for anyway.
Well, it's not just listening to stupid niggas. Listen, I don't think Mike Pence would qualify as a stupid nigga. I don't think Mike Pence would qualify.
Hell yeah, Mike. You talking about the vice president, nigga?
The vice president at the time would definitely qualify for super. He is the super nigga. Besides the president, he's an assistant to the super nigga.
No, I thought you said stupid niggas. I said stupid. My bad.
Super.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying, right? So just think about it. Even from a professional standpoint, in a social and professional standpoint, that it changed the dichotomy between men and women. Women were able to say, like Shad said, "Oh, he's weird now." That's when that weird word really picked up. What's the name became it like even if you HR and all this other shit got really heavy, and just even after that, it was weird for you to date women you work with. It was weird for you to talk to the women that you work with. When again, what do we know historically? Most of marriages and relationships develop from where? Work. So now you've literally made it to where, and it's only one-sided, to where if a man is trying to talk to or have romantic interest with a woman, which is only, if you understand psychology and human interaction, it's extremely realistic when you're spending 40 hours of your week around this person and you guys have a semi, personal or intimate relationship, depending on how much you guys are interacting. Now, all of a sudden, after fucking hundreds of years of motherfucking that being the case, you're a weirdo. So hell yeah, it fucked up dating, definitely, along with a whole bunch of other shit, because the women made the men the fucking villains.
I don't know. It's
I
over.
don't know about that part. I think it plays a
oversimplification.
part, but I don't think it's like the hugest part of it all. I think the biggest part is just the younger generation, especially younger people, and social interactions, right? Like the internet or the what they call it, the apps where you date. That's what messed everything up. Don't nobody want to talk to nobody in real life. Why would I do that? When I could just hit a girl up on IG or whatever the thing is. Not only that, but if you start going viral, because now everybody records. So let's say you got a interaction or you shooting game and she dog you. Who want to go viral for that? Like it's almost like the world star effect. Like if you get in a fight and you lose, it's a much bigger deal because everybody can see it. So now we got to shoot them. Same thing. Like if I'm about to get rejected,
I just need some.
I'm about to get rejected. Might as well just hit her on that.
But doesn't
Hold on. Let Sean go. Let Sean go.
I go out there and I go out there, man. I go out there.
No, I was gonna say, doesn't that play into the believe all women trope? Like if she's dogging you, then you have to believe her that you are the nut, and you know what I mean, that you're not like actually just a genuine cat. Because if like you didn't believe the woman, you'd be like, all right, she's the one being an idiot. But for her to dog you, you had to believe her, but what she's saying is true.
Go ahead, Shad. You want to go?
No, I'm just, I'm with getting into the theoretical conversation, but I need somebody on the panel to give me an actual this astronomical change that happened between. So, for instance, if I'm interested in a woman at work, and I go through the normal processing to see if a woman's interested, now all of a sudden I'm gonna be in HR. That's what the normal average experience is for us now. That was this change.
Yes, it would have to be because Hamp just said it. They're having meetings and things. You can't even talk to a woman in a room without the door and the blinds open. Your experience changed from the outset.
And I guess I'm saying, where I work, they didn't get the memo. I guess it's just that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying y'all wrong.
Don't personalize it though. Like I'm saying, the cases that I'm pretty sure, like I said, we were able to do it and compile data on it, bro. Again, even the workplace became more women centric. They're talking about this. Cheeky has covered it. Again, even you've seen a bigger hiring of women and women taking over a lot more of the workplaces and spaces because they were more women centric. As to where women get in HR positions and women hire more women and women, so you kind of box out the men.
I thought we were talking about dating. I thought we were talking about dating.
Well, that's a part and parcel of it because remember we're saying, so if the major part of dating starts at the workplace and now the workplace has been the workplace energy and feel and dynamic has been greatly, what's the name? That's literally causation.
No, it's not.
I don't know how you saying it's not. When again,
but why is it not?
Wait, say it again. Wait, say it. My bad. Give me the equation again. My bad.
So we know that prior to like I'll say probably mid 2000s, right? Most relationships, be they marriages or whatever, and we know most marriages start out as dating, right? Came from the workplace, from the job. We agreed to that term, right?
Yeah, I don't have no data, but I'm gonna take y'all word for it.
Yeah, that's the case. So once the Me Too happens, and it makes a complete and total turnaround to where a man is a weirdo for trying to talk to a woman that he works with, and you got the Mike Pence rule, and you got all these things where a man can't even really be in the have a more than professional relationship with his coworkers and things. That's a big change from the onset, and then that spreads out into the world to where a man approaching a woman is weird. A man asking a woman for her number is weird. Cat calling or whatever, like just telling a woman that she's again, even the cat call complaints became a big thing, right? So a lot of the things that were always commonplace in humanity and society all of a sudden became villainized and was only on one side. It was so one-sided.
I got you. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, it was actual. I was just in Houston with niggas, and I was with the shooters. I was with the Steph Curry, Klay Thompson practice squad the whole week, and these niggas shot at everything. They had a heartbeat. So, and I don't remember nobody calling the police saying, "Hey, these guys are being weird." That's what I'm saying. When y'all be saying these things, the world has changed so much. That's why I got to be quiet because it ain't even my experience. I live in Atlanta. They have all these networking events. They joke about it all the time. How most of this is hookup culture. where the guys is supposed to be some type of meeting to build networks for business or creative ventures, and it's like marijuana it's the gateway drug to some cat. So I say in my surrounding area, I just don't see this significant. I still see men and women doing the same shit they've been doing all my life.
Yeah, but even the numbers
tell you, heartbeat in Atlanta is a pause, like nobody's business.
No, I was in Houston. We was in Houston.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, even Houston, that's a hub, right? But this is what I'm saying, right? So even in that case, Shy, you're still gonna be wrong because the stats are saying different. The stats are saying there's a loneliness epidemic on both sides. So the stats are telling you that this is the highest number of single people ever.
Yeah, not because of Me Too though, Miss Fantastic. That's not the. I mean, there could be a correlation, but that's not.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Correlation, causation. Because like shit. I mean, 20 years ago is a long time. Is it? Is 20 years ago a long time?
I mean, not really.
Relatively, right? I guess. So again, let's just look 20 to 10 years ago. 20 to 10 years ago, bro. Look at the culture and look at the landscape, right? That we experienced in our 20s versus what Cheeky is telling you 20-year-olds are now, bro. It had to be something. And the biggest thing that happened from a social standpoint, from a relationship dynamic or man to woman dynamic, was the Me Too movement, bro. The Me Too movement was impactful as fuck. It wasn't just a movie, it wasn't just Hollywood. That shit had an actual cultural impact between, again, the relationship dynamic of men and women.
What Shad is saying, like, that matters too, because I can't even say 50% of it should be allocated to Me Too, because that's just not the truth. Like, it plays a part, but to what degree is a question that I don't have an answer for, and there hasn't been too many studies on it. The studies that I have seen, they do include Me Too. They also include Red Pill and Manosphere. They also include the rise of that and the right wing. So there's so many other parts of it that play into.
That's the question. That's the question right there, Cheeky. You still have the floor, but that's the question. What do you think was more? Let's say,
I would say Red Pill and Me. I would say Red Pill and Manosphere, the rise of that pandemic time frame,
more impactful than Me Too.
Yeah,
it was but that was
because I don't think the younger kid. I don't think the younger
direct response though, Cheeky. Literally,
right. I'm not saying. Hold on, wait. I'm not saying it wasn't a direct response, but it's almost like saying a 21-year-old actually remembers or recalls Obama's president. You was around, but you wasn't paying attention.
Well,
Me Too happened around that 2016, 26. What time was that? 2016, 2018 time frame and area. Most people, the young people that they be talking about when they say are having a hard time having sex, dating, and not really drinking or doing, that's not due to Me Too. That's a part of it. I would say part of it, but the majority of it, when you look into their beliefs and a lot of those things, it's Manosphere, Red Pill, and other things as well. That's the more.
Hold on. Yeah, you being too diplomatic.
Go ahead.
Red Pill, Manosphere, more of a negative impact on dating than the Me Too movement.
Yeah, I would say so.
Damn, that I wish I had my soundboard.
That was a direct response to the Me Too.
We're not saying it's not a direct response.
So hold on, but listen what you're saying. So if you're not saying it's a direct response, that is literal motherfucking. That is literally because you had one because of the other.
Right, but it's almost like what HAMP tried to do when it came to man hater versus woman hater. Right, you and Taz got on this panel. Me, HAMP, and everybody that was on this panel was like, we still don't know who started it, but we know the general outcome of it.
Well, hold on, we know who started. Me Too.
Okay, but you know that because you grandpa the space. Like, you going to tell us, hey, look back, this is what happened. But what I'm saying is, people that are just put into the situation, they don't know, and the only people they can take. Yeah. Oh, you on mute? You want to mute? Something happened?
No, my bad. So no, I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. So even though you don't know, that don't change the facts, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so let me ask you this: which one do you think has a bigger impact overall? Red Pill, Manosphere, just like the impact that it's had, the rise of, like, especially during COVID, or Me Too?
I still got to give it to Me Too, bro.
You think Me Too? I'm talking about the height of Red Pill. I'm talking about Kevin Sam.
Yeah, even still, that's what I'm saying, right? So
I can't, bro. We got popped the. There were so many things that came from that. I can't even say that.
And we're gonna do
That's
a
that's what I'm
comparative
saying. Though.
analysis. I
That's
got
what
it.
I'm
We're gonna do a
saying, right?
comparative analysis.
So even that the pop balloon and those style shows, that wasn't a red pill thing. That was a women's empowerment thing. It was women first. It was women. It was women. It was women who were getting the chance to select the man or whatever, and the man is out here motherfucking presenting himself to be chosen by the woman, not vice versa. It started out as always of the woman being the chooser.
No, but what I'm saying is this whole dating thing, the way it ramped up where these shows were starting to get pop, this all came off of the back of the pandemic. Like this is the
I agree with the
can't think
time
of
frame. I'm not
so
arguing the time frame for you.
So here you Andrew Tate, and this is his thing that he says was the most Googled person in the world during the height of red pill manosphere stuff. In the world, like at one, there were records being broken due to the internet and the impacts of it. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say manosphere and red pill wasn't more dominant or had more influence. All the things are showing that it had more of an influence, and at the time, all the red pill manosphere people were saying, "Yeah, it's our time."
The problem, though, the
negative
problem
influence is what we're assessing.
But hold on, Ham. Here's the thing: you can say the reason why I'm not saying negative influence because that's subjective to the person that says it. But if we can at least agree that the influence was much higher and is continued much longer than Me Too, then how can we not say that?
Well,
whether be
here's what I'm saying. Here's why my question is phrased, and you can handle the form is fantastic. Because we're saying people are dating less, right? There's more of a divide, and I know that's not good. So when we say an influence by proxy, if it's not good because people are less together, it had to be negative. So I guess we don't have to say negative. I'm just looking at the impact.
But the thing we can agree to that part, but if we can't even agree that red pill, especially in the more recent times, has had a much bigger impact than the Me Too movement. Like most young, if you go and ask most young people what the Me Too movement is, they'll talk about it. But if you ask them what's red pill, they have more. There's definitely more influence in more recent time to red pill manosphere and all those things. And I think the Me Too movement. I can't even remember last time I seen hashtag Me Too. When's the last time you seen a hashtag?
It's been a long time.
You did exactly. That's what I'm saying. So this is what's happening, right? So you had overlapping movements where one tailored off, and the other one is still like whatever is tailoring off.
It ramped up. Yeah,
but the problem though, Cheeky, is again one had actual motherfucking legislation behind it.
Yeah, that's a fair point, Cheeky. I did a comparative analysis. They kind of say the same thing.
One had legislation, so that is more impactful than anything that's going to be just social and whatever. The Me Too movement had motherfuckers went
What's
to
the
jail.
legislation?
Huh? Well, the way Bill Cosby got caught up was the whole Me Too movement as to where they changed the statute of limitations specifically. The same thing with what's going on with Trump right now and a couple of other people. And
changed the statute of limitations?
Yes.
No. Mr. Fantastic, he didn't get 70 charges. Remember, it was like 60 women, but there were several women that were outside the statute.
HAMP, that's what I'm talking. HAMP. They changed the statute of limitations for sexual assault and rape and all these different things, bro. Trust me on it. And it was a big thing as to why that's how they got Trump caught up. That's how they got Diddy caught up. That's how they got a lot of these cases and things pushed because they specifically changed the fucking statute of limitations for that specifically.
I did not know that. They changed
the limitation. Wait, so
wow.
But what I'm trying to understand, what's the correlation between some legislative change versus impact on the society as far as like just viewership or whatever the case? Like what are you saying?
What do you mean, bro? Like I said, the whole Bill Cosby.
It's right, but if you're a convicted rapist and you're a known convicted or you're a whatever,
well, that's what I'm saying. Hold on. Wait. So hold on, brother. Don't misspeak. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that the Pennsylvania state, this didn't even make it to the Supreme Court. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court said, "Hey, we don't know how or why you guys even heard, not to mention even tried this case and came up with a guilty verdict." Okay, there were so many things that were violated from a legal, what do they call it? How not just legal, but an ethical. So an ethical legal standpoint to where they don't even understand how Bill Cosby got in trial, not to mention a guilty verdict, right?
Mhm.
Same thing with a lot of these other things, bro. Gee, this shit was bigger than Nino Brown, dog. And that's what I'm saying. And because you say, because if you're not a content creator, you weren't following it and you didn't understand that in itself is how impactful it was, and people just don't understand what's going on around them. Harvey Weinstein, the same thing. They definitely got Harvey Weinstein on some statute of limitation shit. All them bitches that they career been over with. I don't know for how long.
I wish I could share this prompt y'all just did, because they did a comparative analysis and what
Share your screen.
I don't want to mess up, man.
Or send it.
Bro, just exit out every other screen.
What's the prompt?
Give it everything else.
I asked
chat or
Chat GPT. My bad. 1 second. I said perform a comparative analysis. Which event had a bigger impact on dating culture? The Me Too movement versus Manosphere content. Now I was reading the HAMP. I asked the second question because I realized that impact and influence are two different things. So far, Chat GPT is saying they believe that the Me Too movement had a bigger impact, and that's it spoke to kind of what Miss Fantastic is saying. There were some policies that were changed within institutional infrastructure, but influence, the Manosphere movement has more influence.
Okay, on dating culture, right? Because
dating culture, right?
Yeah.
But hold on, but remember,
I can see.
but you still have to credit some of the Manosphere's influence, because a major part of the Manosphere was based on counteracting Me Too culture.
You're right.
And saying.
Yeah,
You
no one
can't
disagree with that.
Cheeky just follow, but you are disagreeing if you're saying the Manosphere is one, but the Manosphere wouldn't be what it was if Me Too never happened, is what I'm saying. You don't have the Manosphere as we know it now if Me Too does not happen, is what I'm telling you.
Okay,
it's like
I don't know if we can say that. Batman don't become Batman if his fucking parents don't get killed in the alley. I don't know if that's the case. I don't think that
is definitely the case.
I don't think that would be the case.
As you said, call him. I'm the grandpa around this motherfucker.
Just to be clear for the audience, right? Because they don't come from that same derivative. I would say maybe 50% of them or so, right? So you saying that Me Too movement was is equivalent to Batman's parents being killed?
Yes.
No way.
For the Manosphere.
No way.
Yes.
No, it was not.
Okay.
That's why I don't agree.
Because the Me Too movement, Miss Fantastic, the Me Too movement in 2017. It started in 2017, Miss Fantastic.
That's exactly what I'm saying. The Me Too movement.
Let me do something you niggas love for me to do. All right, I'm gonna concede, because that would be origin, right? So I'm not saying you be that would be too far. I got to think of a better analogy, because that would be origin. I don't think it's an origin. It would be let's say fucking
is it? Hold on. I'm trying to show my
because I was gonna give you the categories to the
hold on, nigga, I'm trying to show my cartoon.
You trying to show off? Let them rock.
This is
my screen. I'm gonna share my screen.
This is Wolverine after the Animanium.
Yeah. Yes. Wolverine after the Animanium.
I think that'd probably be better. That'd probably be better.
So he could still heal. He still had his claws. He was still living.
But he OD'd after he got the Animanium.
He put the Animanium.
He definitely OD'd. Yes. Nigga start destroying shit. I could agree to that. I would agree.
Okay, I told you I watch a cartoon.
But yeah,
that's
all I'm saying. Like I said, a lot of people weren't around for it.
Hold on, Mr. Fantastic. Shad, sharing your screen is not fucking rocket science, bro. Keep on saying the shit.
I gotta do.
You gotta make sure he's safe before he shares. You gotta make
sure that nigga on Twitter.
On Batty Hood, nigga.
That nigga got empty the action up, man.
You had a long night. That nigga, that footage. That nigga trying to make sure he gonna share that footage, nigga.
Can y'all see my screen now?
Yeah.
All right. So this the scorecard. I don't want to. This is a whole bunch of information. This is the scorecard. So area of influence, consent and sexual boundaries. They give the larger impact to the Me Too movement. Workplace dating and power imbalances, Me Too movement. Institutional policy and accountability, Me Too. Public recognition of harassment, Me Too. Male dating vocabulary, Manosphere. Dating strategy and leverage, Manosphere. Gender distrust and adversarial framing, Manosphere. Young men's online relationship education, Manosphere. Women's public voice about misconduct, Me Too. algorithm, repetition, and daily exposure, Manosphere, overall historical impact so far, Me Too, and current influence on online dating discourse, Manosphere. So, across society as a whole, Me Too had a bigger impact, but within contemporary heterosexual dating culture, the Manosphere may be exerting a stronger ongoing influence. So,
sound like you're saying similar to what I was saying.
Yeah, because the Manosphere technically is kind of still ongoing.
Yeah.
Me Too movement is kind of
it's done.
Yeah,
and that's the point I was pointing at.
Yeah, it has this what it did, right? Those things are in place with statute of limitations, etc. But then as people continue to date, those things start to fade. But the Manosphere literally just had that movie come out on Netflix, right?
For sure,
Yeah.